Moving back over to bars, one of the best in the country on this event, junior Alyona Shchennikova. I mean, what do you do? Where do you go? Haley Bryan at 9.925. A little confused on that. Thought it was slightly better than Dunn's. We'll see what Alyona can do.
Alyona opening up the gray to immediate pack salto, making it look effortless. Double leg dismount. Oh,
that's a stick. Don't.
Put this on the podcast. Sir, do you want me to help you stand up there?
No, I want to do it on my own. I want to do it on my own. Oh, this is it. I'm going to fall. I'm glad there's mats everywhere.
I'm like, I want to help him, but I just don't know how.
I was going to help him. He said
there we go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Oh, Lord, mercy. I'm going to have to drive home.
I feel like your foot's not all the way on the... Yep, there we go. And now you just stand.
Yeah.
Look at that. Professional gymnast. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. It's been too long. We're joined by Alyona Shchennikova, Kiya Johnson. Alyona, Kiya, how are we doing tonight?
Good. Very excited.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been too long, and y'all are like family now. It's been numerous episodes, numerous visits, numerous opportunities for us to be blown away by your performance, on ESPN for me, but actually in person for Jim. But outside of that, we gotta catch up a little bit. And before we do that, I wanna break the ice. Let's have some fun. Let's talk off the cuff here. Alyona, I've seen where you have posed in the new Leos in Mike's cage. All right, first and foremost, hopefully Mike was heavily sedated or somewhere else taking a bath or doing whatever Mike does. All right. But if all of a sudden he came back, what would you have done?
I think I would have tried to pet it. I would have fit. I think I would have tried to make it my pet.
I think that might be if you're faced with something dangerous and you're not real sure what the outcome's going to be, yeah, just face it head on. Why not?
She's not going to be able to run, so I mean that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
But
I'm playing dead. I'm dropping to the ground.
Do some stuff. So
I wouldn't run because he would outrun me. Right. Also, you probably couldn't get out quick enough. Or maybe there's a tree in there, but can't they climb trees? I don't know.
They can
great
climb trees, but I feel like she had the best answer possible. If she went up to Mike all sweet, started talking to him, went to pet him, I think it might work. One tiger to another.
I hope so. That's the guy works. Because then I'm his dinner.
Be like, hey Mike, how you doing? Big fan. See you every week.
Do y'all stop by and see him? Does he feel almost like a pet to y'all because y'all have to walk by there every time you go to the gym?
Well, actually, we park on the other side of campus.
Oh, y'all do Mike like that?
Well, sometimes we'll walk over there, if we're going to get treatment or walking toward the stadium, then we'll pass by him. But now that all of our school is online, we really on campus.
So let me get this straight.
I would pass by his cage, especially kind of later in the day, when it's getting dark. I would just sit in front of him and talk to him as if he was my therapist. I'm like, yo, Mike, I had a hard day.
That is perfect because that's exactly what Taylor said she would do. She said Mike would be her therapist.
It's peaceful. It's warm.
Not right now.
Not right now. But usually it's warm and I just sit out there. It's peaceful. No one's around you. And it's just Mike's there chilling.
Kiya, you've been on IG. You've been at baseball. You've been at soccer. You've been at volleyball, and football games. You've been doing the world tour of LSU athletics. What's been your favorite game that you've been to in any of those sports?
Ooh, of all time?
I mean, just over the past year. Let's just say.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Last night we were able to go to women's basketball and throw out t-shirts. So that was pretty fun. Like we all got to go on the court and throw out t-shirts. We were also sitting like right next to the LSU bench and just making so much noise. We thought Kim Mulkey was gonna walk over there and tell us to be quiet, but it was like a good moment for our team to connect because we were with some of the girls that we don't hang out with all the time. But it was fun.
Daniel, that's probably when the 52-2 run happened. LSU gymnastics touched the floor, and then it was curtains, dude.
I mean, doesn't help that it's one of the best basketball teams in the country too on the court.
Right. I remember we had walked over to the side because we had to walk out to get announced, and we were tied. And then I looked up and we were up by like 34.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's been like maybe a minute and a half. I'm not sure.
It's funny because
I'm
after
thinking we're the good luck charm.
yeah, it's funny because after I left y'all the other day and went in and watched the basketball game, it went the opposite. Like it was a 5-point lead, and then I went to the bathroom and came back and they were down 20. So it went the opposite way for the guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Kyle, what would you have done if Kim Mulkey turned around and was like, "Hey, you, shut up"?
I think I would have started crying on spot, like hysterical. I literally love that woman. I don't even think she knows me. She might. She recognizes us sometimes, but I don't think she knows us by name. But I probably would have started like bawling.
I've got to figure something out. We hung out in Omaha and we got pictures together. She said she wanted to come on the show. She even gave me the correct contact info to who to contact and tell her that I said set it up. And so I emailed the lady, and she said yes. She told me that she spoke with you. She's up for doing the show. She said let me look at her schedule and then I'll get back to you. And she never got back to me. And then I sent an email saying did you by chance get a chance to look? And she didn't respond back. But I think she was serious because she gave me the right information, and then the woman confirmed it was the right information. I don't know if she just got too busy, which in her life that's probably a good chance.
I mean, they're pretty busy right now.
Yeah. She's such a cool woman though. Like she came in and talked to us before SECs like 2 years ago, and it got me hype. I was like, all right, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, I feel like if she said she would do it, she really meant it.
I just had an idea of a whole basketball gymnastics thing. I think Flau'jae Johnson needs to rap an intro to y'all's opener.
Yes. No, she's done a hype video for us before, like the hype videos we watched before the meet, and we had people voice it over. And
hers was so
I think it was the meet we beat Florida.
That makes sense. That's why y'all be talking.
It was so cool.
Isn't it nice to know that if basketball doesn't work out for you, oh, you're just an amazing musician.
Right. Yeah,
Man.
no, she's awesome.
Getting y'all hyped, ready to go. Alyona, same question to you. What's been your favorite outside of gymnastics, obviously, but what's been your favorite sport or game that you've attended?
I didn't really know much about football when I came. Like I thought defense was a person, like a last name. So it's been fun learning about that. And then I actually really enjoy watching basketball. I think like they're always moving, like something's happening. It's like I like sports where you can like always watch like what they're doing, like if they're like moving all the time.
Because I hung out with you at this particular game, I feel like y'all should have said Bama last year already.
Yeah. That was
that was the one.
And we stormed the field. That was fun.
Exactly.
Also, every single football game in 2019 was also.
Oh yeah, we took that year. That was awesome.
Yeah, they're one of the few groups that can say, Daniel, they were there for both Heisman. Being that they fell in those years. That's pretty cool. When you say you went to LSU and you were going to games in 2019 and 2023 and able to see greatness twice over.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious that Alyona thinks that defense was a player.
It's a great player.
They're like, hey, who's your favorite player? Oh yeah, number 32, defense. What's his first name? D.
I just did it. Oh yeah. So I've come a long way. It's a whole squad. It's a bunch of them.
You have. I mean,
And there's an
I will
offense.
say this: there was only one way to go. But
Right.
Look, what's important for them, and if you follow all of LSU gymnastics on IG, it's about the fit at the football game. If you don't have a good fit, then you mess the whole game up. Football, whatever the score is irrelevant.
Right.
a
Yeah.
good fit, like your clothes.
Yeah.
Yes. If
Oh.
I don't have a good fit, I'm not going.
We had
We did have an incident this,
a little
this
situation this season when she couldn't figure out her outfit.
but we figured it out. I was there.
She was so mad for like an hour and a half for no reason.
How was the I don't think I got to actually ask you the night of when y'all met me over there for the gator. How was the gator?
It was
So good.
Yeah.
So, it tastes like chicken, but like better.
Yeah. That was the first
Jackson
time.
was mad that they only gave him a little piece, and I was like, well, how much did they give Kiya and Alyona? And he was like, the same piece. And I was like, well, then it wasn't because of you. I said, I think he's trying to make sure he had enough for everybody to try it.
Right. Yeah. No, that was so good.
That's what they said in Louisiana. Gator is the new chicken.
Yeah.
Probably, honestly.
Chick-fil-A serves gator nuggets.
Chick-fil-A serves gator.
Look, hold
So
on.
we're-
Are you still a Canes ambassador? Don't be repping Gator.
Right. Not
Oh.
anymore, so I could if I wanted to.
Ooh. You know, Canes is I've never had it. I've heard a
What's-
lot of good things. They
good.
only have one. They only have one in the Tampa Bay area, and it's
Oh.
in Clearwater. And it's
But
just,
if I brought you,
You have the first one on campus. The first
the-
Canes ever.
the thing is, if I brought him to Baton Rouge, I wouldn't take him to Canes for chicken. I would go to the Blue Store and get him the wings. So
We literally went there like 2 weeks ago.
It was so good for the
we
first
call them
time.
crack wings because you can't just eat a few. Like you
Yeah.
just go to
Oh
town.
no. I had so many.
They were so
That-
good.
that's a lot coming from him because he was like Alyona with wings. He thought wings were defense. Like he would never eat wings.
I used to
ever.
eat the honey barbecue boneless, which he said is basically chicken nuggets, and I finally broadened my horizons.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
we need we need to try some other stuff. What we got was good, but I kind of want to try like more stuff on that menu.
Yeah.
It was so big.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was good.
So much. All right, Kiya, on a scale of 1 to 10, how painful was it? And I can just picture it now. How painful was it watching Jim try to climb up on that beam?
so funny.
I would say it was painful. It just made me laugh a lot.
It was
So-
ugly. Let's be real. It was
On the
ugly.
laughing scale, it was
Yeah.
like a 10. I was trying not to laugh because he was really trying hard, and I wanted him to get up there so he could get a picture. But it was
I
really-
didn't fall. I
You
didn't
didn't.
fall.
What I told
He got
Jim
up there for
was
2 seconds, got the picture, and came down. I was like, you didn't even
Yeah,
want to
like I was
You
gonna
think
walk
he's
across
simple.
it, and then I was like, because I didn't fall, I was like, why even fall? Let's just go ahead and get down before it does happen.
what I told him. I was like, dude, just think. You think it was a big deal for you to get on it and just stand there? These girls flip on it. Like, could you imagine? Like, how funny would it have been though if he would have been like, "Can I try to get on the beam?" And he jumped up there and like flipped on it and started doing like wolf turns and
Like
all
a full routine.
crazy stuff.
Well, I will be honest with you. I did have a fail in the beginning. My initial try, I tried to jump. I tried to jump up there straight up, Daniel, and I was in jeans, which didn't help, and that didn't work. So then I had to use the other motion where I jumped up butt side first and then rotated over. But yeah, the straight up jump, I found out how old. You remember how you used to like jump a fence? Like, can't do it no more, bro. But yeah, don't give Daniel that video because look, I have fun. I have fun laughing at myself. I don't need the world to laugh at me. Okay?
I think I also have the one that you failed.
Mm.
Let's just put it on Fail Army. Let's send it there. And I think that we could go viral in like 10 minutes if y'all.
Oh yeah.
Well, if that's gonna go, then I might as well finally do this spar match with Jaleel Willis, the MMA fighter, and let him beat me up for video too. And then we'll have just even more content. We can just have Jim's fails.
You just want to hurt your entire life, huh?
Well, here was the thing, Alyona. He said we're just doing a photo op, right? When we go to do this, and I was like, no, we're actually going to fight. And he goes, well, I'm not going to hit you hard. I said, well, that's a shame because I'm going to hit you hard. And he goes, I'm just going to have fun with you. But if you do hit me hard, I'm going to hit you hard back. And so we'll find out if we do actually go to do this, what my decision-making process is. Do I just save my own life, or do I get, do I go for it all? I don't know. We'll
I
see.
choose life. Same. I choose life.
I think he'll remember that I have kids and not put me in a coma, hopefully.
Yeah. I hope so.
But anyways, let's get into gymnastics for a minute before we have some fun and talk some Christmas and some movies and everything. Alana, let's start with you. Me and you talked this past weekend, and you were excited. You're going to be competing in all around, and this is news to Daniel. I haven't even told him yet. So just talk about the work you've been putting in and how excited you are to now compete in all 4 events.
Yeah, we've been working really hard this preseason. I've done all 4 events since sophomore year. I usually don't start off with all 4 events. I kind of like get into
Ease
it.
into it.
Yeah, I don't know why I've always done that. I've kind of just always done that, but I don't know. We've been working really hard. It's my 5th year of gymnastics. I have a lot of knowledge, wisdom. I know my gymnastics pretty well by now, so I think they're excited to have me all around too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you do all of them, but I was trying to think, and can't remember one where I saw you do all 4 in the same meet. Would that that'd be correct?
I think I did after Kiya went down. Sorry, Jai.
You had to. That's the true sacrifice of best friends. You know what? She just wanted to get you in the lineup for everything.
Thanks, I appreciate it. No, but
You were pretty much in there.
I was
Really
pretty
much
much in there. I think all of season. I think Bama was the only meet that I did 2 events, but after that, I was pretty much an all around, all 4. But it's kind of nice that we have such a big team this year because I did it so many times last year that I was kind of drained by the end of the year. So hopefully this time there'll be like times that we can put new people in and get new experiences in, especially since this is our senior year. We have a good bunch of us leaving next year. It'd be good to get some new faces out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll get into the depth in a minute. But, talking about Kiya going down, Kiya, where are you at with the Achilles injury? Obviously January 5th is just right around the corner. So, tell us how you're feeling and where you're at with the Achilles.
So right now I feel pretty good. And as far as like structurally goes, I'm like pretty much full go and like back on every event. I still take a little precaution on floor. And I mentioned it to you when you came into our gym, and I like train on the softer surface, but I did my 1 day of practice on the hard floor. So I should be good to go on all 4 by January 5th.
I literally cried when she did her first floor routine. I was so happy.
It's all right. I cried when she went down, and I'm gonna cry when y'all hoist the national championship trophy. It's gonna come around full circle. But
Right.
Daniel, let me ask you, man. We talked about it. We talk about injuries in general, not just Kiya's, all these different ones in sports and everything. And it's about the dedication and the work to come back. And when I asked you specifically, Daniel, would she be able to come back from this? You said it was going to be if she's willing to put in the work. So just how impressed are you, Daniel, to see that, she's going to be back ready for the start of the season after that injury?
I mean, she's superhuman, Iron Man, Iron Woman. I mean, it's unbelievable because the amount of torque and force and just the wear and tear and the punishment you put on your body from a day-to-day basis to just practice gymnastics. Now you're throwing in a whole rehab process where you're relearning almost to like not walk, but like to walk and to like move and like move fluidly and continue the balance, the stability. And now you're trying to throw dynamic movements, and it's crazy to me that here we are, and like boom, it's like no big deal. Like, yeah, I just check that off. Rehab, all right, check, done. Now I'm ready to like get back to it. So but yeah, you definitely did exactly what I thought you had to do, which was grind really hard and put your nose to the stone and get after it. And here we are. We get to see you one more time. One more time.
So, Alana, everybody knows you two. They know Haley, they know Aaliyah, they know KJ, but talk about, you were talking about some of the other girls and, whether seniors or younger girls, give us some of those girls. And obviously I know there's a lot of them. I'm not trying to make you list off everybody, but for those that are listening that, maybe want to look for some other girls that are just going to really shine this year, talk about a few of them.
We have a really good freshman class that came in. There was 4 of them. There was 4 of them. So one of them is did she go to Worlds, Connor? Yeah, I think she went to Worlds. She's an elite champion. She won championships. Super experienced, super talented. So I'm really excited to see her go out there and just watch her shine. I've also known her since I was like 10. So it's like cool having like a full circle, like, so it'll be fun to see her. And then we have a transfer, Savannah from Florida. And I think that would be fun to watch her because I don't know.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. She has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. It's her 6th year.
Well, will
So
they boo her in Gainesville, you think?
I really hope not. I don't think they will, but I mean, you never know.
I mean, you never know.
And what will be awesome is if she sticks a 10 in
Right.
Gainesville against them. Oh, that'd be great.
Right.
Yeah.
What about all right, so you obviously talked about transfer, you talked about what's another senior from your group that you really expect to step up and be a big part?
Cammie Hall, she tore her Achilles last year too, around this time. It was really sad to see her go down. But she actually just did her first floor routine on the floor this week too. I almost cried when she did that.
So much crying going on.
No, yeah.
Once you see your teammates go down, it just means more when they're back up. So it's cool to see them get back on their feet and just do their floor routines. And I can't wait to watch you guys out on the PMAC again.
Absolutely. So last one, and then we'll get into the fun. Kiya, you texted me a picture after baseball won the national championship, and it was you and Alyona, and you said us next. Y'all are preseason ranked number 3. You're absolutely stacked in depth, like we've been talking about. The text wasn't in fun. You really meant it. And so, explain to me and the listeners right now, why this isn't just some pipe dream, why y'all really can win this thing with the talent that you have.
I think there's a lot that goes into it, but to kind of sum it all up, I feel like what happened to us last year, like what we went through as a group last year, really fueled every single person on that team. And then, like Alyona just mentioned, we have so many new people who are so talented with so much experience. Like putting those 2 things together, I think, in my opinion, is like a recipe for success. So I feel like if we just do what we need to do week in and week out, like we'll end up where we want to be.
Absolutely. I mean, I think they did y'all a disservice with number 3. Take that as a chip on your shoulder that they put you behind Florida still. Be mad.
Right.
It kind of motivates me, honestly. I saw it and I was like, I bet. I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to the girls from Arkansas and Alabama after that because I felt like I did pretty good about studying the SEC this year. And collectively, from between LSU, Alabama, and Arkansas, they all felt like Florida was overrated or overranked. It feels like they're just kind of getting that ranking because of their name, I think.
No comment.
I mean, you can comment. I think y'all know how we feel about Florida Gators.
Daniel, the real question is, are you going to be willing to go to the place that we would never go to watch these girls? Because the closest destination, are you willing? Do you love that? You said they were family earlier. Will you go to Gainesville to watch them?
I mean, on the surface, it seems like just an easy answer, yes. But when I come, like, for one, like I said, I'll never go to Gainesville. And now, like, I'm a man of my word, and now I might have to break that. But the one thing that would get me to break that is if my daughter, who's now 6, I can get her to like buy into going, which she does gymnastics. She's been doing it for 4 years and she loves it. All right. But I don't know if she loves it enough to sit and like focus. She might could do 30 minutes, but
it'll be the greatest 30 minutes ever, though.
I know, but I wouldn't want, so like I could go by myself, but I wouldn't want to experience that by myself. Like I would want her to come and I'd want her to see it, even if it was just for just a little bit of time. So I'll look at the schedule.
Think about the story, Daniel. What if all right, let's say it's even only 15 minutes, but in that 15 minutes, she sees a gymnast. It doesn't even matter which team for the sake of the argument, because she's an inspiring gymnast, sees a perfect 10 in a routine. And granted, she's 6, but it's a story that she may remember for the rest of her life.
Yeah, true. But so now you throw in a 7-month-old in the mix too. So like now, like it's just crazy. It's crazy. But
There's this thing that you have called parents that live close to you, and they also have another name called babysitters. And there's that. Don't let him give
there's that.
excuses, ladies.
Making
He's
a pretty
gonna
good
be
amount.
there.
It's looking like you need to come. And time flies when you're having fun, so 30 minutes can be like 2 hours.
Right.
There you go.
Y'all don't have kids, so 30 minutes with a kid feels like all day.
You got to, Daniel. I'm telling you, like, I don't care
No,
if it's Daniel or not.
I
It
definitely
just hits
want
different
to.
in person. I never thought it would be like it was. After watching on TV and then seeing it in person, it's just not the same.
Mhm.
And
When it comes to
what
a
I
homie, that's where it really is.
true. That's a
They
little
tried to
bit.
tell me to come to Utah the other day, like that was easy.
Right? Sorry. I'm trying to promote us.
You tell folks you're going to Hawaii, and now they think that you could just go
They
everywhere.
probably didn't know I was going to Hawaii. Thanks for busting me out, because now the
Yeah.
Utah excuse went out the window.
So I'll bust him out. He's going to Hawaii to vacation.
No, I'm going to cover Ole Miss and Hawaii baseball, and I'm going to vacation with my wife while I'm there, and it's a tax write-off, so whatever.
I mean, you know what's funny is I've been part of this podcast since day one. I ain't getting no invite to Hawaii, man.
Anyway, I think it's time to transition to
That's
movie.
all right. I'd rather go to Gainesville than to go to Hawaii with your ass. So
You're a liar. You're a
I think
liar.
we started something.
Right.
I think we started something.
I'm bitter. But what I'm not bitter about is the holiday season and Christmas movies, because I've watched it like multiple Christmas movies every day. Like, just so you know, like my wife is so in love with Christmas. We decorate the house. We enter this contest for our neighborhood. And guess what? We got third place this year. And you might go, well, that's pretty silly. Like, you're okay with third place. No, I'm not okay with third place, but we're moving up. We've been honorable mention for like 5 years. Now this year, boom, third place on the podium.
Did you get like a trophy?
We got a $50 gift card to Home Depot so that
So you can go buy more
buy more
decorations.
junk. Yeah.
Right.
So there's that. But anyhow, my house is full of Christmas movies, decoration, you name it. So it's a big deal around here. So what I want to know is there's this false narrative that's going out about Die Hard. Have you guys seen Die Hard, the movie? Any of them, or heard about them?
No.
Yeah,
I've
Jim,
heard about it, but I haven't seen.
we got to get rid of this question because none of these guests know about this movie because we're old as hell and they're not.
It actually worked out well because last night it led to you doing his voice and nailing it perfect.
Well, it
I
led
think
to the
we should-
Grinch.
I think we should hear that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll hold on. I can't just do it when you're expecting. I got to do it when you're not expecting.
Well, let's
Okay.
let's put it like this. It also led to this question that you can ask them: is a movie automatically a Christmas movie if it takes place on Christmas?
Yes,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Same.
So if that was the case,
what
this
if
movie is
people-
built around a Christmas party on Christmas. And so people say it's a Christmas movie for that reason, but me and Daniel are convinced that it's not a Christmas movie because outside of the fact that it's taking place in a Christmas movie, there's nothing Christmas about this movie.
I have
But is it
one
about a
rule.
Christmas party?
Yeah, but I have one rule about this. If people die in the movie, it's not a Christmas movie. How can it be?
True.
True.
And there's a lot of violence in this movie.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyhow, I will die on the hill that this is not a Christmas movie, and it pisses a lot of people off, and they're not happy about it, and they'll die on their hill.
Can't give you
that
a
it is.
solid answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll reach back out.
So now that leads me to my next question: is Home Alone a Christmas movie? Have you
Yes.
seen Home Alone? Let's just
Yes.
okay. Home
If they
Alone
would have
is
said
definitely-
no, I don't care if they're family or not. This episode would have been over.
That's like a setup question to let us know if we're gonna keep moving forward or if we're just gonna hit end on the episode. But
Right.
you answered correctly. Home Alone is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Agree.
Really,
Yeah.
all time.
I can
love
watch
it.
that like literally every single day and now I get tired of it.
Well, Kevin
I
just
can watch it
watched one,
even
too.
not during Christmas.
Well, he did it as
Right.
the intro music to last night's episode, and as soon as it came on, I was like, I was jamming. I was like, we got the Home Alone music. I wanted to go watch it right afterward, but like it was already 10 o'clock. So I was like, never mind. Which is kind of funny because Daniel, I ended up watching a Christmas movie and Stand Awake. I watched This Christmas. And my favorite part of that movie, Chris Brown, when he sings in
I
the club.
love that movie.
Mm.
I literally just watched
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
like my favorite movie, favorite Christmas
But
movie.
that my favorite part, you know what I'm talking about? Because they don't know Baby can sing. And then
Right.
it's Chris Brown, so of course he's got pipes and he just brings the place down.
Yeah.
I was like, he gets the whole club going. So, Daniel, you have seen that, correct? Before I step too far. Did you say no?
No.
That's a good one.
Oh,
You
you're a
should.
Christmas guru and you haven't seen This Christmas.
No, because I'm a Rihanna fan, and I ain't watching anything Chris Brown.
I don't know if I can argue with that one.
Oh, no, he didn't go there.
That was
Team Rihanna.
no.
All right. Kaya, you mentioned it. So what are that's your favorite Christmas movie, it sounds like. What's your top 3 Christmas movies?
Yeah, I feel like it would be This Christmas, Home Alone, and then Elf. Those are 3 that I could watch like literally back to back every single day and be fine. Like not get tired of it.
Okay. Decent. I like the last 2. The first one.
Decent.
All right. Alana, what are your 3 favorite?
I'll probably have to say Home Alone 1 and 2. I like the series. Elf, and then I like the Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is a classic. That was
I said it in my top 3 last night, so good job.
Alana, what is the most overrated Christmas movie? There's some out there that I'm just not a big fan of, and people go nuts over it. You know,
I don't really like. I don't know. They're like the new. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. But like those new like Netflix Christmas movies that like they're trying to. I don't know. I never can get into them. The new ones.
I watched
yeah,
Like the new Hallmark version, Daniel.
Yeah, I just can't get into them.
Yeah, it's like Christmas on the Farm or Christmas
Yeah.
in Georgia and made in Manhattan Christmas. And
Hey, at least these 2 are on the same page. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, last night. So Maya Jones says her favorite Christmas movie is Elf, and then later Grace would say the most overrated Christmas movie was Elf, which led to a pretty good debate.
Oh wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Netflix Christmas movies though. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are good.
Maybe I'm not watching the right ones.
Right. I'll tell you.
tough watch. You gotta
Daniel,
really
do you
like
watch?
Christmas.
Daniel, do you legitimately? Because I feel like my family does this time of year. A lot of times we try to do it as a family, but do you basically watch a Christmas movie every day leading up to Christmas?
I watch multiple Christmas movies, and
Every
I say
single day.
multiple, but I could basically we'll watch Home Alone and then watch it again. Like we might watch it in the morning.
Well, why
on,
wouldn't
like,
you do
Saturday.
1 and 2? Like Alana said, you got to do the second one.
Bro, you pick your battles, and if my kid wants to watch Home Alone 1 17 times, guess what we're gonna watch? Home Alone 1 17
I know
times.
because I've been to your house and I watched Bluey over and over again.
Hey, Bluey's my jam now. They got a new season. Shout out to Bluey, new season.
Oh my goodness.
Episode. Love it.
Look, I learned when I was over there. She controls the TV, so whatever she picks, you better settle in.
Well, we did some work in the house, so we have more TVs now. So I can't get into giving her a TV for her room. I don't like that idea.
Yeah, don't do it.
But
I did it for my kids. I support it.
Kaya, most overrated Christmas movie. What do you think?
Are you looking around? He's I'm trying to think. I really haven't seen that many, if I'm being honest.
Because she watches the main ones, the ones that are important.
Right, on repeat.
Have you seen the Grinch? The Grinch with Jim
Oh,
Carrey?
I forgot about the Grinch. I love the Grinch. That has to be in my top 3.
But do you like the right one? That's where Daniel's going.
Yeah, I like the Grinch too, but Jim Carrey version of the Grinch is the most overrated movie.
Do the voice. Do the voice.
He's like, ooh, look at my fit. I'm not gonna.
He's like this. He's like, ha, look at my foot.
That was good.
I'm going to
That's what I
steal
told him last night.
Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. It's super cheesy, I think. I think it's because it's not animated and I want it to be animated and just leave it at that. But like the premise, the story's basically the same. I get it, but just not my cup of tea. Now the new animated Grinch, that's some good stuff right there.
Well, we have homework for you. Normally, you give homework to the guests, but I think Kiya is 100% on board with you have to watch this Christmas before this season is over, dude.
Bro, look,
100%.
I'm 39 years old. Guess who don't do homework anymore? This dude.
He's like, I finished that a long time ago.
No, I mean,
Guess what? I am 2 months older than you, and I was given homework by my psychiatrist today. So you know what? Homework can be given.
and not me. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna give me a bad grade if I don't do your homework?
Attention.
I don't know. You want me to not do mine and find out what happens?
Yeah, let's live dangerously. Let's go. No.
All right. It's time to get into sports movies. All right. Alyona, starting with you. What do you feel? I'm not asking what your favorite movie is. What is like the most iconic? When you hear sports movies, what's the first movie that comes to mind?
Stick it.
Oh my God. No, she didn't. It's a great movie though. But that's not iconic even a little bit. Even a little bit.
I was trying to think really hard.
Look, Kiya can't even stop laughing because you actually had the audacity to say that.
The way I was expecting it, and then you said it, and it still made me laugh.
I mean, I guess you could have said "Bring It On." That'd have been worse. But
right?
I wonder if Gabrielle Union looks back and thinks about how the fact that she was actually in that movie and what was she thinking.
Right.
All right. What about you, Kiya? What is iconic and do not agree with her?
Iconic. Have you guys seen Coach Carter?
Absolutely.
I like that one. We used to watch that a lot.
What I like about that movie is, I know obviously the whole academics in the story, but out the gate when he has no basketball and tells them they don't need it because they're going to run because they're going to be able to outplay and out hustle every team. I love that for 2 weeks. And now if I was a player, I would have hated that. But from a coaching perspective, I loved it because ultimately, if you're more conditioned, it's going to help you beat the other team.
Right.
But
assignment we had. Remember we had to watch those speeches? Oh yeah. That was a good one.
Which one? I need to watch more.
I hate that they had to, and it's based on a true story, so I say they had to, like, is it a chance? But they lost it then. That stunk.
Yeah.
And low key, that was Channing Tatum before he was anybody, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
Channing Tatum's in it?
Yes.
I will watch it.
She will watch it now. There we go, Daniel. That's the key to a good sports movie.
Yep.
All right. So what do you feel like, Alyona, and you can say stick it again if you want, is the most overrated sports movie?
Maybe stick it.
I mean, when did you watch one and somebody told you this had to have happened in your life? Somebody told you to watch a movie and told you it was awesome, and then you watched it and you were like, not really.
No, because most of the sports movies I watched, I've like been like, that's a good movie. Oh, like Bright Side.
Blindside. She said Bright Side.
You know who doesn't think that movie's good?
Michael
Moore.
Who's that?
He doesn't.
The actual who the movie's about. He didn't like it because they portrayed him to be dumber than he really was and made his family look bad and everything. So
actually, fun fact, I don't know if you remember this, but the actor that played him in the movie was like tailgating one time before a football game.
There you go. Did you walk up to him and be like, Mike?
Multiple people did.
I think,
probably, but
he kept giving hugs out. He was like, the gymnastics team? Okay.
Yeah, it
There
was cool.
you go. All right, for you, Kaya, even though I still didn't really get an answer for Alana, but she says she likes all sports movies. There's got to be, come on, because there are some bad ones. You ain't never watched a sports movie, Kaya, and thought this is not that great?
I'm
Maybe
trying
bring
to
it
think.
on.
Well, yeah, but you already said that. I'm trying to think.
You know which one was really hard for me to get into?
What?
That hockey one.
I don't know what you're
Do you know I brought up Bring It On to KJ when she was on because she reminded me of the girl who walks in for the tryouts that's a gymnast, but they don't have gymnastics there, so she's forced to cheer.
She
And I was like, was that you in high school?
Did she even, has she seen? Bring
She
It On?
probably hasn't even seen it.
I know this. I floored these girls, or no, only Alana didn't know. Daniel, do you remember when we had KJ on and she just popped her nose ring off because it was a clip on? She is her teammate and
I
doesn't
didn't
even know that.
I thought it was real this whole time.
Fooled everybody. Can you even wear jewelry at a meet?
Yeah. I'm a whole ear pierced up.
And they brought up how she sticks her tongue ring out during the thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
She did it today, actually.
Yeah, she did it today at practice, and Kai was like, tongue ring is crazy.
Just like while she's doing her flips. I'm like, I
do you
don't
think
think
do you think a judge who may be like old school and uptight would maybe do a deduction just because of that?
Yeah.
I don't think in college, like I don't think
I don't know.
in college, but in like JO gymnastics, probably like before you get to this level, but like in high school, I feel like they would take deductions on that
I feel
stuff.
like this is a perfect opportunity to tell the story if you didn't happen to see it on Instagram. My daughter's been playing with her nose pierced, high school and club for over 2 years now, and no referee has ever seen anything. And to the point of what we were just talking about, an old guy who maybe should hang up his whistle, decided he was going to stop the game, make an example of my daughter, and then not just let her take it out, but actually leave the game. And I said out loud, whatever happens when she comes back in, you're responsible for it. And he turns around and looks at me and goes, what's that mean? And I said, you'll find out. 3 minutes back into being in the game, she absolutely levels this girl. And I said, I told you. Anyway, because she was pissed.
You get mad. That's why I asked them. I'm like, can you even wear it? They're like, yes, it's not against the rules. You get mad when you know it's against the rules, but people want to enforce them. Then you
No
get mad.
one ever has cared, and it can only endanger herself.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So now you're super.
The rules are the rules, and I told you this in real time. You need to just relax a little bit because
it was worth it because I love watching her lay somebody out. So whatever.
Like, you know how I feel.
It's
Like,
like
I don't
crying
want
when
to
you're
talk to
pissed, it's
Taylor
way better.
unless she gets
Yeah.
yellow cards. So,
What'd you say, Alana?
Oh, I said it's funny how when you're pissed you play better, because that's kind of how it is with like gym.
Yeah.
It's not
Did-
like saying that we need to be pissed off to like do good.
No,
but,
there's
like,
so we say there's a fine line, right, between being pissed and frustrated. When she's pissed, she plays better than anybody. But if she's frustrated, which sometimes people think is pissed, no, she's all in her head. She plays terrible. So it's a fine line. But yeah, when she's mad, she plays her best for sure. All right, so we got to get to the top three, and I got to know because I heard a little hockey thing in there. Alana, you weren't fixing to tell me that Miracle was a terrible movie, were you?
oh, is that the hockey one?
Yes.
I can't. It's not I don't know if it's a terrible movie. I just couldn't get into it. I like fell asleep like 30 minutes into it.
Wow.
I haven't seen that.
I think it's just maybe a long day.
All right, so give
not
me
a good movie.
you better stop it right now. It's top five. Oh, Jack O'Callahan and he's a real life character. It's my guy. Anyways, what's your top three, Alana?
Favorite movies.
Sports movie? Okay. Stick it. I have
You know what? Bump this, Daniel. We're going off. I feel like they haven't watched enough sports movies because she
They
said sports
watched-
movies. No, I want your top three favorite movies now. I'm changing it. Give me your three
Okay.
favorite movies.
We just watched Interstellar. That was really good.
She watched. I didn't watch it, but
Hold on. You said that with like excitement. I watched Interstellar and afterward it left me with a headache because it made me think of the realm of possibilities.
Oh no, 100%. I was thinking about my future, present, past self. I was trying to figure out if I was being controlled by. I don't know.
So I wasn't
that's-
excited. I wasn't
that
excited
stuff.
like you. I like it left me thinking too much. Like it was an amazing movie. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't like any movie that like if I'm sitting there laying in bed at night afterward trying to like figure out all the possibilities, and now I can't sleep because my wheels are turning too much.
Yeah. No, I definitely had to like put my phone away for a second, and I was like,
Okay, my thoughts are thoughting. The government might come after me. I don't know.
Yeah,
She said her thoughts are thoughting. You did catch that, right, Daniel?
Yes.
That is
I
amazing.
can't
All right.
believe I came into the living room to my roommates having a full-on debate about this movie, and I was beyond lost. Like I had no
Okay,
idea.
well, that's not part of my. Okay, we just watched it. It's not my favorite movie.
That movie and the movie Inception are two movies that I had to watch multiple times to actually really grasp.
Mhm.
Okay, well, my favorite movie is The Greatest Showman. All-time favorite movie.
That's
Oh, a musical? Seriously?
both of their faces.
Golly.
If you can get past all the music, it's actually a good
No,
story.
it is a good movie, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big musical guy.
It's like my comfort movie. I like have a bad day and I go put it on, and now I'm suddenly ready to go again.
At least that's your comfort movie. We once had a female guest on here. It's actually the girl that Jackson has a crush on, Kinley Hawk. She says when she's having a bad day, she watches scary movies. And me and Daniel really didn't know what to say to that. That is not normal.
Scary movie.
I cannot do scary movies. There's one thing I
But,
cannot.
but when you're sad, like why would you like I don't and we have had her boyfriend on the show. He's a Mississippi State baseball player, and I tell him to sleep with one eye open. That's a little off for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course my son's crushing on her. I'm like, bro, she ain't the one, dude. No. All right, so give me another one.
Okay, Greatest Showman. This is gonna sound weird, but I actually really enjoyed the Titanic. And then what?
Honestly, same.
No, it's a great movie.
I just remember watching it in the theater in 6th grade and all the girls crying, and I was laughing as everybody was sliding down the ship because I was a sixth grade immature kid. So that's my Titanic memory. I took a girl to see it though. I let her cry.
And then I don't know.
You took a girl to see a 3-hour movie?
Yeah.
It's
So
long.
I took a nap for the first half. No, I'm just kidding.
Should have married that girl. Put up with you for 3 hours. That's why you went to a movie, so she didn't have to talk to you.
Oh,
Dang, man, you taking shots for real?
I'm kidding, bro.
Anyway, one more movie, and I'm gonna need y'all to actually answer so he doesn't take any more shots. You leave any empty space, apparently he's gonna come at me.
I think maybe the one that's coming on. Maybe like The Notebook. I'm a hopeless romantic. I don't know.
Notebook is good. I like.
Notebook is solid. Let me give y'all a tie-in that I told the girls last night. Speaking of, because y'all said you see Remember the Titans earlier, right?
Mhm.
That's a good sports movie. That's what I was thinking.
Fun fact for you, because y'all
Say
said
that.
Notebook. Ryan Gosling's character in Remember the Titans isn't real.
What?
Yeah, the goofy little kid is not real.
What's
Alan.
his name? Like Sunny or something? Or
Oh
like-
no, that's Sunshine.
Oh.
Ryan Gosling's the goofy little kid who ends up not being very good, and when he gets taken out of the game, his dad like starts yelling at Denzel.
Oh, okay, but that actually didn't.
He
It's
didn't
like-
actually exist.
Oh my
It
goodness.
made me sad, but hey, it was good enough to get Ryan Gosling on the map, and then he would do the Notebook, and now he's been in like everything. So
Right.
it worked out well.
Oh, I did not
Like-
know that.
I thought in Crazy Stupid Love he was like the coolest dude ever.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I guess.
All right, so Kai, let's get to your list. Where are we at? Top movies.
Are we
We're
doing-
not doing sports now. We're just going
Sport?
movies now.
No sport. I was excited for that one.
All right, no, all right. Here's sports. Well, she seemed like we might not get 3, so I had to went off topic. Let's get sports then. Come on.
Well, like I said, Coach Carter, I like that one. I watched that a lot with my family. And then Remember the Titans, I was gonna bring that up also. And then have y'all seen, I forget the name of it, but the bobsled movie?
Yeah, Cool Runnings.
Runnings.
That one. I like
Feel
that.
the rhythm. Feel
Yeah, I like that one too. I watched that with my dad a lot.
Did we watch Remember the Titans as a team?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Cool
was like a
Runnings is
smaller
an
one.
underrated movie.
Very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to blow y'all's mind and mess up Remember the Titans for y'all altogether?
Jim is bitter about this point.
I am.
I'd say go for it.
All right. So Bertier got in the car accident after they won the championship. So he was actually a part of it. He was the MVP of the game. So they did that. And they actually won 5 years after they integrated, not the year that they integrated. So they changed a lot for that movie.
Wow.
So they just did it for the plot.
Yep.
And-
But I had to out for a second because we got a visitor. Come here.
Oh, this is Jackson.
Come on.
Jim? Yeah.
Hey.
So are
Hey.
you ready for January 5th to go watch them go against Ohio State?
Yes and no.
And no, what's the no?
That's when school starts back.
Oh no, you're missing school that day. I hate to tell you, homie. I already told your mama we going to Baton Rouge.
You're not excited to miss school, bud?
January 5th is a Friday, right? That's y'all's
Yeah.
Friday? Yeah. You gonna miss school, buddy. Hate to tell you. We'll eat some torchies. We'll make up for it.
Yeah, chips and queso.
Are they gonna win?
Yeah.
Yes, Jackson knows what's up. He always knows what's up.
He's manifesting it.
Are you gonna have all your purple? Are you gonna have all your purple and gold on? Boom.
Big time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue on. Tell them bye.
You know what's
Hi,
cool?
Jackson.
Where did
Jackson, I've known you your whole life, and you don't know how to say hey to nobody. That's messed up. It's real messed up. 'Cause
He's still gonna say hey.
if something happens to your dad, and I'm end up having to take care of you, like you're gonna remember this
all
moment, bro.
three of y'all?
You can't go swimming in this pool anymore now.
Nah. Nah.
All right, brother.
See you, Jackson. He's getting so big. Every time I see him, I'm like,
Yeah, I mean he's in middle school now. It's crazy. All right. So with that, Daniel, we got to do this or that.
All right, let's do it. You know what's great
Favorite.
is I don't even have to explain the game to them.
And I got to do a plug on the this or that for sponsor. Being that, we got gymnastics ladies and not baseball guys, we're not going to do Chinook. I got the coolest poster as a gift. I requested some posters, and Brent from the athletic collections, more specifically LSU athletic collection, sent me a surprise poster he said was going to be in there. He did not tell me what it was. And Alyona, it's the one with you and Aaliyah and the other two girls at the event with the signatures. It's over there. Didn't have room for it on the wall. You're actually on the wall with Kiya and KJ. And then you actually with Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badgers football jersey frame. So you're on a pretty awesome wall. But yeah, I was so excited because to open it and not only get you and Aaliyah to add to the guest wall, but to have the four of y'all autographed on there, that was a really cool surprise.
oh, I'm so glad. I actually like that poster too. I need to get one for myself.
So shout out to LSU Athletic Collection and the overall athletic collection. As people can see behind me, you can get there about 16 different teams, and we got a few more that he has just got the NIL contracts done. The Wake Forest Daniel ones look awesome. Ella Burgess that we just had on from Alabama, her poster is being made right now. I went ahead and had him start making Luisa's because she's coming up. I told him that's one that he might want to just go ahead and jump on before she even comes on the show. So if you're listening and you're a fan of these college athletes, support them through NIL, get your posters. They're absolutely amazing. And hey, you show up to an event, maybe just get it autographed.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta get my poster. That way when I come to Gainesville, I'm gonna hold that thing up and y'all be like, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, y'all see the schedule posters over there though, right?
Yeah, the new one.
Because it fit just right. So I was able to go over there. And they're at the bookstore. Daniel was nice. And what was great is I took it and my friend thought I robbed it. He goes, bro, did you just steal a poster? I said, no, they're free. They're the schedule posters. He thought I just stole a poster and walked out.
That's messed up. How about that? All right, this or that. We paid the bills with the sponsor plugs, but for real, y'all get y'all's posters. Support these athletes, because if you don't, Jim's gonna be very, very upset. And so will I.
And I ought to take this time, Daniel, to plug. Obviously, we do Memphis City and Swamper. They are launching a new clothing line. It will be called Forgiven Gifts. Anyway, this guest right here, Kiya, is going to be the face of it once that clothing line launches. So I'm going to look out for that.
Let's go. I mean, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. Pun intended for gymnastics. All right, this or that. Let's get into it. What helps more, ice water tub or hot tub? Kiya, I start with you. What ice bath or hot tub? What helps more?
For me, I would say the hot tub because I get in it every day before practice to warm up my Achilles and stuff. So hot tub.
Lana, what do you think?
Yeah, I think mine would be the ice tub because I go in it after practice every day.
Nice, nice. Y'all just ever, y'all mentioned going and hanging out with Mike and having a little therapy session. Do y'all just hang out in the hot tub and the ice tub and
All the
just,
time. Yeah.
Sometimes there's
vent
so
to
many
each
of us
other?
that the water level goes up and like the tub's like almost overflow. Like
Overflows. Yeah.
it's like 8
Daniel, I was
gymnasts.
fascinated by this because they were side by side. Obviously, with technology, but to stick your hand in one, I mean, they're literally side by side, side by side. To stick your hand in one and it'd be freezing, and the other one would be really hot. And coming from the same water filtration system, it was pretty cool.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. Kaya, torchies or walk-ons?
Oh, Torchies.
Torchies. What's your go-to meal at Torchies? What you getting?
I like the brush fire taco, and then I also like the trailer park, just the regular trailer park taco, but then you make it trashy with the queso.
Oh, that sounds
That's the
It's
coolest thing they do,
actually
Daniel, is that you can. When I saw that the first time on the menu that you could make the trailer park trashy, I thought it was hilarious.
Does
it's so
someone
good.
does someone with not all their teeth come bring it to you?
I'm a Wrangler guy myself. I like the breakfast taco that comes with everything in it.
Breakfast tacos. I love breakfast tacos.
Alana, what do you think? Torchies or walk-ons?
I probably have to go with Torchies too. They have just like the best queso I've ever had in my entire life.
Fun fact, I've never been to a Torchies. Don't even know what it is.
You need to come to Louisiana.
Great, at least once.
I mean, I've been there. I don't know.
This was a setup question. If they would have messed this up, I was going to send this to their manager who wants them to be some of the faces of NIL and be like, you know what? They prefer walk-ons. So,
I forgot to tell you, I ran into the guy at Torchies and he said that he was like, yeah, I saw Jim here the other day.
Yeah, it was a cool conversation because there was nobody in there, and he asked what had me in town, and then he says for him to just bring up to Marina, he's like, "Yeah, I want to find some athletes to do through NIL." Oh, really? So let me tell you about the gymnastics team because they're fixing to win the national championship, and they're very popular. So that's what I recommend. And so I literally, of course, I went for the in off the bench guest, so I gave them all 4 of y'all, and he gave me his card and said we're gonna be in touch. So hopefully y'all are because my son's favorite restaurant is Torchy's. I love Torchy's. And then, so if y'all are some of the faces of it, it would just be perfect.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Kaya, who are you more excited? What are you more excited for? The opener against Ohio State or when Bama comes to town?
That's tough because they're both going to be good, but I think personally, I would say Ohio State just because it's my first time back out there. And also last year I didn't get to compete in the PMAC because I got hurt before we even had our first meet. So I feel like Ohio State's going to be pretty.
And they're no slouch, Daniel. They're a top 25 team.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Our coach keeps telling us, so it should be a good meet, but I think that'll mean a little bit more.
Me and Daniel talk about this no matter what the sport is. It is great when teams open up with a tough opponent. I never like an easy one just to get the win. Let's come out and let's swing for it right out the gate.
Right.
Yeah, you got to. Kaya, do you may not know. It may just come to you all in the moment. But do you think you're going to be nervous or anxious, or what do you think the feeling's going to be when you go out there for the first time?
I think both, probably. I feel like prior to getting hurt, I felt like a little bit nervous. But it wasn't anything like that I couldn't handle, obviously. And so I feel like just being out like a whole year, I might have to look at Alyona a couple times to calm me down. But I feel like once I do my first event, whatever that will be, I'll like calm down. I think I just got to get like one event under my belt and then I'll be.
But I feel like gymnastics, Daniel, the way it's set up. So like, baseball, for instance, just to use it because we talk about it. When you go step out to that plate, you're all by yourself. You go step out to that mound. They have their team right behind them, cheering them on, like motivating them. So like, if you do have nerves, you're gonna hear your family basically sitting there cheering you on. So I think that's gonna help.
Do you hear all that? Because I feel so. as a player, like I rewind and go back to my career, and there were very few certain times where I was like hearing the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, it's almost like it's hard to like explain it, like, but you're almost in like a blur where it's just you and you're just in the moment, and you can hear the noises and the things going on the field and the players, but like outside of the field, like you don't really hear a whole lot. It's just kind of like this
Yeah.
background stuff.
It's hard not to. They're loud for each other. That's what I
No,
love.
I get it. I think there's a part of them that probably has to like block it all out for a minute and go, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta channel in, because it's not like baseball, where like baseball you have so much downtime in between pitches and things where nothing is happening.
Uh,
But for you guys, when you're on, it has to be 100% dialed in on what you're doing. One, for safety, and then two, because like you've got to hit something a certain way, and any little
right.
thing that's not right gets you a deduction, and it's going to hurt your
Well,
score.
on floor they definitely listen because they feed off the energy of the crowd. That's
Yeah.
the key to
Yeah.
success.
I mean, I think the people not on the floor routine, like your teammates, know your routine better than you do.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Sometimes I forget.
I still think one of the coolest moments is y'all learning Shay's routine, and she was from
Oh, yeah.
UCLA. I mean, Daniel, that spoke volumes to
I mean,
the.
that's a very sweet moment. Like you don't get that in a lot of other sports. I know if somebody was like, "Hey, we're gonna bring somebody from another team over, and you have to be nice to them." No, I don't.
What if Shay would have transferred to LSU the next year, and the coach be like, "I should have never let her go hang out with them."
I know. That would be
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think you can look at it like that.
It's
But
hard. It's so hard not to cheer for everyone that's out on the floor, just because like we all know that gymnastics is such like a hard sport, and we all train every day. So it's like no matter what, like I'm never gonna go up to a girl even for like tied and be like, I hope she falls. Like I don't know, like if the stars line, like I don't know, hope everyone does well.
It's all
I
hard.
like you're like, "Hey, good job. I hope you do well," but not really that
She said
great.
that. She said that, but during Florida last year, or was it two? Because now y'all beat Florida this past year. The year before, when it came down to beam and they were on there, I was hoping every one of them would fall off so y'all could win. So I'm not even gonna lie, I did. Shame on me, whatever.
You wouldn't even care. He was like, "I hope y'all fall off on your head.
I didn't say
I
all
want to get off
that.
there."
Unfortunately, I've watched LSU fall off on their head and it didn't look fun. I don't wish that on
Oh
nobody.
god.
No, no. All right. What about you? More excited to open up against Ohio State or Bama?
I'll definitely probably say Ohio State because I get to be back with Kaya on the floor. We haven't competed for a whole year, so. Well, I was thinking about this actually today. I was like, I was the only senior that I competed last year for almost the entire year, so it's gonna be fun having my teammate back with me.
That was sweet.
That is just
But
too,
Daniel,
too precious.
if Bama and LSU do what they're expected to do, you're gonna have a top 5 showdown at the PMAC. It's gonna be electric. May not even describe it.
It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna bring Mike the Tiger up in there. Mike gonna be
Honestly,
doing
they
balance
might.
beam. I bet Mike could balance beam the shit out of it, man.
He honestly might do a flip.
I don't know. Do you think? I think this is a good question. Would it be easier or harder to do balance beam with 4 legs?
Harder.
Well, when I watched them climb the trees and everything at the zoo, they look like they have no trouble walking across anything.
That is true. I guess you
Yeah,
have
I
more
guess they're
freedom,
That's
like,
why I think it's funny.
exactly.
People say, "Do they climb trees?" And if you like go to like the Memphis Zoo, for instance, if you go to cat country, every single cat is climbing up trees and rocks and everything. And it's like people think that cats don't climb. What, y'all ain't never been to the zoo because they make it look pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, Kaya, have you guys heard of the show Survivor?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm a big fan of Survivor. Jim's a big fan of Survivor. If you two were to play Survivor, who would last longer?
Oh, me.
No,
100%.
I feel like I would. No. Why not?
Alana would be upset that she had to wear the same fit every day and she was able to get
Right.
tested.
She's just salty because she was on the dudes team. Our team broke up in 2 teams and she was on the other side and my team won. So she's just holding that against me.
They cheated.
We did not cheat. No, we did not.
Whatever.
Alana, do you think you would?
Guys, the points and we still won.
Alana, you think you would win in a game of Survivor?
Yeah.
All
My
right,
survivor instincts are kicking.
let's go.
Let's ask it like this, Daniel. If you had to pick someone from your team, would it still be you, Kiya, or would you pick someone else from your team that you think could really outlast everyone?
She's gonna default and pick Kim Mulkey.
Oh yeah, Kim.
Right.
No, I mean there might be somebody on that team because we see them on the gymnastics, but there might be somebody who's an outdoors type girl who they think would probably roll this.
Honestly, I think our beam coach would. Bugs.
Yeah, honestly, our beam or floor coach.
Yeah, together they would be unstoppable.
Over you two, y'all are unstoppable. No
Yes.
way.
But teammates, I'm trying to think.
Speaking of Survivor, it's a good episode tonight.
Don't spoil nothing for me.
It wasn't the best, but it was a good elimination, much needed. Glad this person is no
So
longer
Jake left.
not saying anything.
Exactly. You said it's much needed, so you just
I didn't
spoiled
say
it by with your words.
There's only one.
Yeah, we'll see. Have you ever seen Naked and Afraid? I couldn't do that.
No.
Just strange. It's just a strange concept. Who was like, you know what? It's scary to be out in the woods by yourself. How about this? Let's get naked too.
The scariest game to me is Big Brother, being trapped in a house with people that annoy me and I can't leave.
Yeah, our friend was on it. He was a swimmer on here. He got second.
He's my friend. He's coming on this show. And his
Oh,
name
yeah.
is Matt. You don't even know his name.
When's his birthday? When's his birthday?
Oh, she said friend.
Y'all ain't friends with this
He's an
dude.
acquaintance.
Y'all
Like,
don't even
I
know his
know him,
birthday.
but you're his friend.
His name is Matt Klotz, and he's an 8-time gold medalist. And he's the man, but he actually moved to Dallas, Texas, even though he has been in LA the whole time. He has now got a whole new life ahead of him. And that show, I mean, he already had the talent and everything. Well, let's not lie, this kid ain't ugly either. And so Hollywood's gonna love him.
But he didn't win though, right?
No, he got second.
He really, I think the reason he didn't win, Daniel, he got nervous and botched. You know, no different than Survivor, you go in front of the jury. He really struggled with the questions, and the guy he was going against nailed every one of them. Fun fact for you though, Daniel, the guy who won, the only reason he was in the game was they had a thing during the middle of the season where you could win a superpower and you could save one person when they got voted off. And he saved him, so he never even would have been in if it wasn't for Matt.
And then he beat him?
Yeah.
And he beat him. They were best friends throughout the show.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
They're really good
that's-
friends still. He was like posting up with him yesterday.
Could you, if you had that, do you have to play that?
No, he didn't have to play it.
I wouldn't play it.
But that was his number one ally from day
I'm
one.
not bringing
So
anybody back in a
he's
game.
He's trying to make it to the end of the game though, so he's keeping his number one ally in.
Yes.
He doesn't make. Here's the thing: he doesn't make it to the end without him because everybody wanted them out, and they kept taking turns winning the head of household, so nobody could get them out.
Gotcha.
They dominated.
Strategy.
Yeah.
I don't follow Big Brother that much. I know the premise and the concept, but if you,
I think you could do well because you don't let people get in your head emotionally and annoy you. I wouldn't make it because I would fight everybody, but you would handle yourself well.
I think I'd cry in the house. Like someone would say something and I'm like, you're so right.
All right, girls. Last question. All right, Kiya, I'll start with you. If I came to you and I had a briefcase and it was full of nice, crispy mint Benjamin Franklin's, and it had $100 bills up to the amount of $10 million, I said, you can have this suitcase, or I'll give you this suitcase, and in the second suitcase, you have a national championship ring, you have the trophy, you have the banner, you have it all. Which one do you choose?
National championship. I don't even have to think about it. For
Yeah,
real.
same. I didn't really have
Yeah.
to think about it.
10 million's a lot.
Both of
It
y'all
is.
pick national championship.
I think it's because the 10 million isn't as worth as like the 15
Like it is-
years before that we put into for the 1 year of the national championship. Like the national championship is
That is
like so worth it.
that is the best answer that anyone is. It's still wrong, but it's
She did. You're
best
the
answer that anybody has ever.
explain why. I know exactly why you're gonna say because she brought up the time overall.
Mhm.
Everybody else focuses on the 1 year. You
Right.
said 15.
Yeah, to me, like a championship is great, but the greatest thing about a championship is it's not the culmination of hard work over a season. It's
Mhm.
culmination of hard work over a lifetime. So
Exactly.
She's redeemed herself from a couple bad answers tonight with that one. That was the best answer to that question current to date, and that's been asked to a lot of guests.
yeah, that's a great answer. I couldn't do it. I'd take the money all day, twice on Sunday. So they
I don't know,
said,
maybe ask me in like 5 years. And then the
I'm
answer
telling you, like it when you get older and you got a job or whatever it is, like once you leave school, I think then it becomes
Yeah.
oh man, like 10 million could
Kai is only getting 9 million because she's gonna tithe because she's my girl and she does that.
wow. All right. Anything you want to plug or promote, Kaya?
Nothing except for the LSU gym season coming up January 5th. First meet, second meet is gonna be probably one of like the biggest meets all year. It's gonna be us, Utah, UCLA, and Oklahoma.
straight
That'll-
on ABC.
Yeah, that'll be on ABC. Big second meet of the season, and then
Not that we wouldn't watch it
Same
anyway,
thing.
but we'll get to see some Shay too, Daniel. That's what's up.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that. But
That's what they were trying to tell me to go to Utah for.
Yeah, you gotta come to Utah. And then you can go skiing.
Oh God, I'm not trying to break my leg.
y'all saw him on a beam. You think he's any better on two skis?
I really have trouble. You know, he told you I was athletic earlier. He wasn't lying. I really am starting to have trouble believing that at this point. I don't do anything athletic well anymore.
It's tough. I can hoop a little bit, but that's about it.
Like from 35 to now fixing to be 40, these last 5 years, I'm falling apart. I don't know what's happening. Like make sure you don't get old fast like I did.
Honestly, one of my biggest flexes, I shot a half court shot backwards.
yesterday, the other day.
Yeah. No, not the other day. I did it. And heels and a dress. There's a video.
She's got videos of everything.
She actually does.
Careful what you do around her.
Right.
She's on camera.
I'm trying to get that content.
All right, Alyona, anything you want to plug or promote?
No, yep, just LSU gymnastics, January 5th. Also SEC's New Orleans.
I will be there.
Be there, be square.
When Kaya said New Orleans, she didn't even have to say the rest of the thing. I was like, I'm there.
All right, here's what I'll tell you. I appreciate y'all coming back on. Obviously, it's always amazing to have y'all on, but more importantly, I think we have the foundation for a special season. So I wish you guys the best. Be safe, be healthy, and have a shit ton of fun doing it. That's the only words of wisdom that I can give you. Happy, healthy, safe, and have a shit ton of fun.
And now I got to mark explicit on the episode because you.
Let's go. I even said it twice, and I didn't even use my censor button because I don't give a what.
Sorry,
No.
I apologize, ladies. He doesn't know how to speak in front of women.
No, that's all right because y'all are gonna come back on when y'all hoist the national championship, and we're gonna talk about it because there's gonna be some memorable moments. There's gonna be some tens. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be amazing. So
Yeah.
Daniel's gonna make that one too.
probably not. I can barely drive 2 hours to Gainesville, much less get to Paris. Come on, bro.
Your wife will sign off on y'all going to Paris. Y'all
it could be.
consider.
This is what could happen. We could book a trip to Paris, and my kid gets left at home, like home alone.
Boom.
The kid. All right, let's put a bow on this thing. Let's get out of here. I want to thank Kiya Johnson, Alyona Shchennikova for joining us. Obviously, it's always great to have them. But if you like hearing their story or you just like hearing us average Joes talk X's and O's, please like and share the podcast on Facebook, retweet us on Twitter, listen and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor. As always, comments, ratings, feedback, thumbs up, hearts, hugs, loves. We'll take it all. Jim, who we got next?
I got Jack and Cheese tomorrow night for Pros and Joes, and then next week we're going Starkville. We're going to Steve Robertson.
All right. Steve's got a new book come out, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to, get caught up on all things Mississippi State. So check us out. This has been the In Off the Bench podcast. As always, remember, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.